Hey, what's poppin', YouTubers? What's good? Yes, I know I'm wearing glasses. Better to wear glasses and see and look funny than to worry about vanity and be blind. So I'll leave it with that note. Yes, sir, Bob. Anyways, let's get it on. First off, I've been getting some great, phenomenal deals with toys and video games and stuff like that. I've funded my video games with just being more cautious and not going crazy. I mean, you have a lot of people that they're buying stuff retail, above retail, and I say if you have the money, all to it. This time around, I'm not doing that. I made good money off of selling my collection off when we first bought this house, and I only sold it because I needed space, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be displaying my sideshow and all this other stuff. So that was the reason why I got rid of my video game collection, only because of that, for space. And this time around I'm like, I want to get back into it because I just want to get back into it. And thanks to people like Metal Jesus Rocks, Green Bean, Spooch the Gooch, Chase After the Right Price, just so many other real cool individuals that do their videos. And they don't have, I feel like they don't have no stinginess and no hatred and animosity, no hypocrisy in their heart. They just love collecting what they collect, and they try to help the community out. That's all I was ever about. But because I'm this real strong, angry brother who just straightforward, people just they don't it's just crazy. I get a lot of hate and thumbs downs and stuff like that because I was very opinionated with where I thought Sideshow was going as a company in Hot Toys, which is ironic because some of the same hypocrites that stay in their little groups are some of the same ones that already sold off all their collections, and now they're collecting more higher end stuff because to be part of a trend. So that just goes to show just how hypocritical and nonsense that is. So anyway, get that out the way. I do want to thank those out there who are true people who watch your videos for who you are, and just because it's entertaining and you know what the hell you're saying, and you're just trying to do videos, do something, be into something you like, and try to encourage others to do the same. Thank you out there for that. Whether I get no thumbs ups or no comments or 8 views or a view, thank you guys so much out there. You guys already seen the video of the last stuff that I wanted to show you guys that I did get at Bodner's auction. I believe there's another video just speaking on stuff I got Saturday and Sunday at Columbus. I did have a video, but I didn't do the video. What else was there? Oh, and getting the other video, I think it was just a day or two ago, of some other pickups. I ain't gonna say I found fire, but I have been finding filling games at the Salvation Army in is that Patterson? Yeah, in Patterson. And I've also found some games, including some real good ones at a Goodwill. I went back there today. Wasn't as lucky as I was the other day, where I came across a Smash Brothers and some other games. But I did get a couple games from there, so I'm going to show you guys everything I got. I also went to another Goodwill that was in South Plainfield, and I wound up getting 3 items. That store is extremely expensive. I'm thinking they charge more like Watch Home because of the location. Maybe they pay a higher rent because those are like richer towns, so to have a business out there probably costs more. I don't know, but I'm guessing that it would just make sense, But the funny thing is that Goodwill, they still do the price colors on their video games versus the one in Union, where they claim that it's corporate, and corporate is the reason why they charge $5 per game regardless of what the game is and what's on sale. And I knew that was bogus because about a week or so ago I was in New York, and I was in the Goodwill that I used to always go to downtown Brooklyn, not too far from the Barclays, in Brooklyn, New York. And they still do the color coordinated thing. So I wasn't going to argue or debate with the girl, because I know they hire a lot of people that have, a lot of people that are handicapped and mentally, out there and have defects and stuff. So me being a a guy in my right frame of mind. I'm not gonna sit there and argue with somebody that, you know, that it's not all upstairs, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I just left it as that. I left it with a grain of salt, but I knew I was right anyway because I went to this South Plainfield location today, and so happenly I was right. So I'm gonna show you guys that. Actually, let me just give you a. Should I show you guys that first and then work backwards? No, I'll show you that last. So anyway, I started getting these plastic tubs, bins, because I'm doing things different this year. If you guys want to hear my plans on what I plan on doing differently this year coming up or for next year, is I'm gonna start accumulating a lot of stuff. That's why I'm gonna leave it as that. So if you guys want to hear more in depth about that, just shoot me something on this video, and I'll be more than happy to explain myself to you and show you guys what I got so far and why I'm doing what I do. Other than that, I'm gonna leave it as that. This is stuff that I got all out through the day, including the bucket. This bucket I did get from Red, White, and Blue because Red, White, and Blue they sell their bins a lot more reasonably cheap than places like Goodwill and Unique, even Salvation Army. They be asking a lot of money for bins. Not to say that bins don't cost money in the store, but it's a used bin. I mean, I used to give bins away at the flea markets because I was trying to, have as less load as possible. Sometimes I would keep real strong bins for stuff. But I used to clear bins is something I was always into just because you see what's in the bins. You know what I mean? So with that basically being said, I'm going to show you stuff. Okay. So the first stop was definitely Red, White, and Blue. You guys already seen the bin. This was priced at $30, $29.99. It looks to be a PlayStation 2 controller in here, and there's two Nintendo licensed not 360 Nintendo 64 controllers along with a Nintendo 64 with all the wires. This guy is a little pricey compared to the other guy who quit, who was in the electronics section. But I figured still no, $30 for a Nintendo 64 is pretty cheap. But the only problem is, a lot of flea markets you go to, people selling them, like people not really buying them because everybody really got them. Like a year or two ago, you couldn't keep Nintendo 64s in stock. One thing I do hate is how they mark. They do put a permanent marker on all their items, and that pisses me off because now you have to find a way to get off the marker, and that pisses me off. And then when you do that, you can compromise messing up the system by using something like acetone to take off this permanent marker. I mean, you got the sticker on there, then you put it in the bag. Why the hell do you deem fit to put a price on the fucking system? Well, I guess you don't have to have. I guess your brain don't have to be that good in order for you to work in to work in a thrift shop, right? After all, guess not. So yeah, there is a. Let me see. Why is this thing has a? I don't know why this person put a Band-Aid on there. Because there's nothing hindering here. I don't know why they did that. I thought it was cracked or something, but that's definitely a PlayStation 2 controller. I don't keep generic controllers. I get rid of them. I only want and keep licensed stuff. But yeah, this was $30. No, there was no. Today was 50% off Seniors Day, except blue and black. So if you had white, red, green, everything was 50% off, except blue and black, because that was basically stuff that came out yesterday and today. Colors, so they didn't do 50%. Saturday is 50% off for everything, but I think another 1 or 2 colors. But that's for the whole store. But they don't process stuff. They don't bring stuff out on Saturday. They're off Saturday, and Red, White, and Blue is closed on Sunday. So definitely to pay $30 for that with this stuff is definitely worth it. I know that right out the bat. You know, that's a system I could put together. I'll save that. I always save those bags to use them for something else. Let me try to get everything that's red, white, and blue related out the way now. And then put everything back in the bin and then work it from there. Okay, this guy here was actually $3. This is Tetris. I gotta open it up and most likely probably the batteries are probably messed up in there, but I like it. You know, $3. Again, it's a blue tag, so there wasn't no 50% or 25% or anything off on that. These were $1.99. I said it once and I'll say it again. Whenever you go there and they have video games that don't have stickers on them or marked, they automatically give them to you for $2. And here you have Xbox 360's Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And you have Xbox 360's bestseller Skate, which is like their platinum hit version. Skate 3 actually. So you basically have $4 for the two of those. Normally sometimes I force myself to buy stuff just because I'm there. That's any place I go. Whenever I'm burning gas, I'm like, you know what, fuck it. This, I had to keep moving. Last week they had it out, and I was actually tempted 3 times to pick this up for the $20, which is worth it. But for some strange reason, I took a gamble and I had to keep moving around and putting it in bins. Moving it around and putting it in bins to hide it. And it paid off because by the time it did get on the shelf this morning, and I was there early enough, 2 people were going to buy it. And normally when they do have steering wheels, they sell out. Any thrift shop I go to, steering wheels always sell out. And this one actually works for the Dreamcast, the PlayStation 2, and the GameCube. And it was $20. And again, since today was the senior citizens 50% off, and it was a green tag, yes, it was actually $10. And to be honest, even to pay $20 for this is worth it. And as you see here, you can hold on a second. You see the ports. Here's the GameCube port. And then there's the Dreamcast and the PS2. That's definitely Dreamcast, not Xbox. Not the original Xbox, just to let you guys know. Then these guys were here since last week. Last week and the Friday before that was the first time they actually put out handheld systems. Now, their handheld systems are second to none, extremely cheap compared to Unique. Unique prices are fucking crazy. Their prices are fucking retarded. Here you have 2 DSi adapters, and there's 4 systems. And they all DSIs. Wait, no, 2 DSIs, and I believe 2 are. What's this? I think this is 3 DSIs. Excuse me, and 1 DS Lite. And their prices are cheap on these. $14.99 on them. $14.99, and that's a good price for these. Because normally you could sell them anywhere for like $25, $25 all day. And here you have a DS Lite, which is white, and you have a pink, a light blue, and a black DSi. And I basically paid $24 for all 4 of them. Again, they're all green stickered. And like I said, today, Wednesday, was 50% off Senior's Day. They're all green stickered. So $14.99 wound up being $7.48 per system. Hold on. Per system. So even that, I can basically make my money back even taking these to my video game guy all day of the week. Boom. So I basically paid $24 for 4 systems. I think normally when I do my videos, I do try to turn them on and show you guys. The pink DSi works. I know some of these they don't have power. Oh, that's the volume. Alright, so the white DS Lite, I gotta charge that. Normally if an orange light comes on, the chances of it working are extremely high. So yeah, I gotta untangle all these wires. And these been there all week. I think I'm the only person that been buying these handhelds. They had a game. They had a shit. Where did these come out of? Oh, I had a game gear. That had like 7 games. The game gear does work. I had to get rid of the battery corrosion, but it doesn't, like, the screen needs to be replaced. So that's kind of messed up. So let me I should did all this shit before. Hey yo, do me a favor. Bring the paper towels up here and the Lysol wipes. Bring them to me. You don't have to huff and puff about it, man. It ain't that fucking serious. It's amazing. These kids need you to do shit for them, and all the time you do it. But the minute you ask them to do something, everything's a fucking issue. Damn. Shit, this one doesn't. These don't work with these. That's the problem. Everything's so fucking complicated, jackass. Alright, so let's go to the blue one. Let's see if the DSi works on this charger. And I don't know why it works on this one, but it doesn't work on the whatchamacallit. Well, good thing is the orange light is coming on. I don't know if I charge this one. Okay, this one does work. I think I did test this one. So that does work, comes on. And I don't even need the battery for it. So far. Alright, so far we got the pink and light blue DSi. Let's see the black one. I think the black one I didn't get a chance to test. Oh shit, it works too. It comes on, I mean. It's got all these game crap stickers on it. Take those off. EA Sports sticker. Alright, so that's not the right charger. And what I do is, like, when I sell the systems, I don't give the chargers. The reason why I don't do that is because I collect them, and I prefer to keep all the adapters myself. And I'm like, the hell with it, you know. Whoever I sell it to or trade it to, they will have charge to it, to where they see it works, and they get their own charger. Because 9 out of 10 people are always lowballing you anyway. So I got this right charger in here now. And the funny thing is, none of these had games inside, which is ironic because normally a lot of the systems do come with games. And now since I'm collecting them, I don't see any PSPs. They get more PSPs than anything, and as of lately, they haven't been getting it. So yep, it is orange, as you can see that. Hopefully, yep, there you go. So hopefully, if all these work, because the last couple of ones I've been getting haven't been working. Maybe 2 or 3 out of 4 or 5 haven't worked. So far I'm 3 for 1. I'm gonna say it's not powering on because the battery's too drained. So I will have to let it charge for a while. That typically happens. I don't want to be too confident because it may not come on. I mean, either way, those 3 alone are definitely worth the $24. So that's cool. Is that everything from there? I showed you the Nintendo 64. Yep, that's everything from Red, White, and Blue. So speaking of Red, White, and Blue, let me go to being in the right place in the right time. Now, I don't know if I said this in another video, but over a month ago, or about a month ago, I was in my local GameStop, which is in Orange, the next town over for me. The ghetto store, because like when I first moved here, they had this gay, I don't know if he's Spanish or black, manager. Very sweet, cool guy. Very, very nice guy. Very professional. Very well mannered. It was just cool. It doesn't matter what his sexual preferences were. You overlooked all that and the feminine and how he was just due to the way he talked to you and how he handled himself. But then when he left, the store just went downhill, and then they had a whole bunch of ghetto jigaboos working. It was just disgusting, and I still don't like a lot of the workers there. Anyway, so I was in there, and again being in the right place in the right time. And his black brother, around my age, maybe a couple years older, he walked in with a big black plastic bag. For some reason, I knew he had something good in there. Come to find out, the boxes beat the shit, but he had a Nintendo. He had a Super. Why I keep saying Super Nintendo 64? He had a Super Nintendo, a Super NES, Killer Instinct in the box. Oh, he didn't have the game. The system was virtually immaculate. The boxes beat the crap, but still no, it's still a box. And I'm looking at it right now, and the box is beat up. And they were trying to give him $10 for it. I asked him how much he wanted for it, and he said, "Your brother, just give me $25." I didn't have a $5 bill, so I gave him a 10. He was going to his pocket to get change. I said, just keep the 5. He was so happy and cool with that. And I wound up getting a Super Nintendo in box with everything but Killer Instinct for $30. Very happy with that. And again, I'm just saying that because to show you guys what I got right now. Except this I didn't pay for. This middle-aged Spanish lady. She could have been Mexican or Ecuadorian because she kind of looked it. And real nice, very, very nice lady. I was holding the door for her, and I was coming out with this bin in the shopping cart. And she said, "Oh, my friend, you do video game?" And I was like, "Actually, yeah." So I thought she was going to tell me that she got video games she want to sell or whatever or something like that. But it was still cool. She said, "Hey, I'm about to bring it." And she said, "I'm about to bring it in this bag. Do you want it? You can have it. You can have it." And I was like, "All right, okay." So I'm looking at her like, okay, but she hands me this bag. And I look inside. She said, "Yeah, my husband and my son, they don't play." So she's supposed to give me a call about the system because they don't know what the system is right now, but they didn't want this stuff. And she was actually bringing in some Spanish books and some comforters and clothes, like linen, in her thing. So I promised her I'd help her. So I put my stuff in the car, and I told her to hold the bag until I come back. And she said, "See, no problem, no problem." So I help her load stuff and bring it inside to the place. And she gives me this. Again, being in the right place in the right time, man. Like, I could have been, if I let this other lady skip me, but she was being so obnoxious, I would have missed out on that. If another person was in front of me, if I let somebody skip, if I was behind somebody else, or if somebody else let me skip them, this deal would never happen. I can't even say a deal, because she gave me this stuff. First of all, she gave me her number, and I actually spoke to her husband. And he's like, yeah, my friend, when I find this stuff, and I said, I'll buy it. And he said, okay, that's okay, no problem. And he actually thanked me for helping him, helping his wife with the stuff. And, sometimes, again, just being in the right place at the right time, and, you never know how, just amazing, It is what it is. So let me show you guys this stuff. I keep saying, Here is PS4 WW2K16 free. PS3 EA Sports Masters Tiger Woods PGA Tour 12. I don't want to sound racist, but I would have expected FIFA. To be honest, the Wii we have EA Sports Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09 All Play. And these games are immaculate virtually. Oh, we have the Wii U, Wii Fit U. I don't know how many times I had the Wii U. I didn't even know they made this game for the Wii U. PS2, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. And she said, yeah, her son has a lot of skateboards too. And I said, well, he's interested in selling that. She said, no, never. She said that shit in plain English with no accent. No, never. Just like that. PS2 Greatest Hits Spy Hunter. And for the Wii, we have Family Party 90 Great Games Party Pack. Well, speaking of that, you got soccer in here, baseball, football, skiing, boxing, some kind of outdoor wood stuff, archery, snowboarding. Anyway, again, this stuff is free. So whatever I don't have, I'm going to keep just because it's free. I didn't pay for it, so I'm not worried about it being fillers because it's free. Now getting to the good part here, we have 1, and they're all licensed weed. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there was 6. And she said, I have a big family. I was like, yeah, you must. 6 Wii controllers. 6 Wii controllers. For the Wii. 6 of them. I never even purchased, and I've purchased a couple of video game slots in the last 2 weeks. And I've never purchased this many controllers for any one system. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nunchucks. So I'm guessing one nunchuck is missing somewhere, probably with the system, because we got 6 controllers in this hand and 5 nunchucks in that hand. So we have 11 pieces, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. So I got 6 controllers, 5 nunchucks, and 7 games for free. Which I probably would wind up buying half of the stuff anyway at at the Red, White, and Blue once they finish processing it anyway. So that was just, again, being in the right place in the right time. That's just weird. Okay, so I showed you all that. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, where did I get this one from? Okay, that I got from. I know where I got that from. I want to do everything in order here, so bear with me a second. Okay. These, where did I get these from? Oh! So yeah, I went to the Goodwill and, no, this is not from Goodwill. Where the hell are these from? Oh! Salvation Army. I went there 3 days in a row, and these were 99 cents each at Salvation Army. Because, like, the lady, the last couple of days, the guy told her, oh, just give him the stuff for this, that, and the third. So she remembered my face. And I went back there and I got whatever games they had, I took them all in the last couple of days. And these are the last 3, because they had like, I think 5 or 6 other games, but they were missing the games inside. And I didn't want to go up to them and say, hey, listen, can I have these because the games are missing? Because sometimes people would think, maybe you'll pocket the games. For some reason, I just didn't want to do it. And whatnot, so I left it as that. So here we have for the Wii, We have FIFA Soccer '09 All Play, 99 cents. And for the Wii, we have Call of Duty 3, 99 cents. Because they ain't have no prices on them. And then for the PlayStation 3, we have FIFA '08 Soccer. And these games are in pretty good condition. They're not mint, but you know they'll play, and they're in really, really good condition, considering that they were only 99 cents, and God knows how long they've been sitting there. That's another thing about collecting right now, man. Hit up your thrift shops. Because your thrift shops, depending on where you live at, your pawn shops may be up on you. Because some pawn shops, what they do is they look up stuff and price what they're going for on eBay. And sometimes they reprice stuff cheaper or newer. I mean, cheaper or higher, newer. And they know what they're doing because they're a pawn shop. Not every pawn shop will give you deals, and if they do give you deals, they may knock a couple dollars or the taxes off. Some of them don't budge. But being at video gaming is never a tricky thing. It's just always about being in the right place in the right time and knowing what your stuff is worth, and depending on where you get it from. Because depending on where you get your video gaming from, I've never purchased. I don't know how many times I collected in and out of video gaming. I've never in my life paid under $5 to $10 for a game. Never. And I done worked a lot of deals in the Brooklyn the Aqueduct Flea Market in Brooklyn, Green Acres Mall, aka Valley Stream, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Belmore, going into different uniques and stuff. I've always paid at least $6-7 for video gaming. And that was when when a lot of the systems like PS2 and PS3 games, Xbox 360 games are still expensive. Even though the Wii U, this is before the Switch. Even though the Wii U and the 3DS was the popping thing, along with 360 and the PS3, a lot of PS2 and regular Xbox games are still expensive. It was still popping and people were still big into those. Now, now basically PS4, Xbox One is like virtually its last gen systems. They've been out for some years now, and now you look at the Wii, even the Wii U, the PS2, the PS3. A lot of people, and it's sad because you have a lot more people that go with the new stuff and just throw out and donate the old shit than you have collectors. And there are hundreds of thousands to maybe 1 million collectors out there. And that just goes to show why, when it comes to collecting, video gaming is the most fun, most rewarding, and it can be some of the most intriguingly expensive and well worth collectibles to have. Even well more sought after than video gaming, action figures, and even statues combined, which is crazy. But again, there are tons of games out there, but the thing is, the market is crazy. It's just a crazy market. So anyway, moving on. I did go to the watch home. I fucked up because over a month and a half ago, they had a Sega Master System. It was just the console, no wires, no nothing, just the actual console, and it was in good condition. I mean, it was scuffed, it was scratched up, had scratch on it, but mainly because of the dust and shit. I didn't pick it up because at that time I was just about looking, for video games and toys and getting stuff together to take to my guys in the city. And when I brought that $500 video game lot, which was a steal, that was when I made up my mind at that particular moment that I was gonna get into video game collecting. And at first, my original thoughts were just to collect anything and everything Nintendo. Even though a month prior to that, when I was big into my pop stuff, I did go to a couple of GameStops, and I was contemplating on paying the $150 for another Vita and stuff, and it fell through because I was like, I'll get it. I'll just wait. I'll wait. I'll make sure I buy it before they take the Vitas off the shelves at GameStop. But it never happened, and good thing it didn't, because I wound up getting a Vita and the $500 So sooner or later, I gained more by keeping more than half the shit. I just did great with that. And the same thing with this Saturday. Like this Saturday that just passed, I brought the leftover video game lot from this one older guy named, I don't know his name. I forgot if his name is Jimmy or Joe, but he's definitely my senior. And old white dude, real cool, right to the point. And he had a what you call it? He had mad stuff, mad shit. He's the one I actually paid him $150. I got that. I got the orange and gray Zappered action set Nintendo complete in box. Not new, but the box is in good condition, as well as the control deck Nintendo. So I got 2 Nintendos, and I also got the wireless controllers in the box for Nintendo, and a couple of, I think about 3 or 4 Generation 1 Transformers as well, and I paid him $150, and I was gladly to do so. So later on in the day, he gave me everything else. He gave me 5 Atari 2600s, Intellivision, and Intellivision 2. I got the Atari 810, the floppy and hard disk thing. They don't work though, but I'll keep that just for nostalgic museum type reasons, as well as the Atari tape deck. There was an Atari pinball thing in there, the Atari converter to where you put it in, I think your 52 or 7800, and you can play the 2600 games on it. Mad games, mad accessories for them, just a lot of shit. And I want to keep in 3 out of the 5. Wait, yeah, 3 out of the 5 Atari 2600s. Because, like I said, I'm gonna collect every system, even the variations of them. So it's crazy. But anyway, get back to that. I picked this up. It's the U draw, and I see them every now and again, but they want like $8 to $10 for them, and I'm like, I'll get one. Surprisingly, this was only 99 cents at Watch Hong, and Watch Hong is ridiculously expensive. See, my plan, like when I first started moving here and I started going to the Uniques and stuff, when I realized they were out here, my first one was always Union. Because the straight highway right there, boom. 15 minutes I'm there, depending on traffic. And that was my go-to place. Then from there, another 10 minutes, another 5-10 minutes down the road was the Watch Home location. Same side of the street, straight down Route 22. But then their prices gotten crazier and crazier and crazier. Then when this one manager did some sucker shit by saying that they priced the stuff wrong, that pissed me off. So I stopped going and I stopped donating. Every now and again I would show up there. But then little by little, I stopped going there. And then I started going to the Elizabeth location. The Elizabeth location is like another 15-20 minutes away from Union. Because it's local streets off the highway, and then I'm real cool with the guy who owns the parking lot, so I'm good. But they're known for having good toys. At first, when I first started going, it was junk, and one day I went there and I hit pay dirt twice, like mad wrestling figures, and then almost like a whole collection of like the Mattel Man of Steel Superman toys, and that's when I started going there more and more and more, and I became real cool with some of the workers and upper management. Now everything's kind of stale and dried down for some reason, but I would get good hits there every now and again. But now everything's becoming scarce everywhere, even red, white, and blue. And I don't even know people like that there, but I'm real cool. The more important things is I'm real cool with a lot of the guys who stay there all day, waiting for stuff to be processed to come out. And that's very important, because last thing you need to do is make enemies in any thrift shop, because you won't get shit unless you're gonna stand there and fight and get kicked out. So you gotta be very, very diplomatic on how you handle that situation. So anyway, this was only $1 for this. Why did I get it? It's an original Wii accessory, and I think the reason why I didn't get the Wii Draw games at the time, because I didn't have this, and I wanted to make sure I got this before I got the games. And now, since I got it now, I'll definitely go and start getting the games. Put this over there. Okay, now this bad boy here. This I got from the Goodwill in Union. I don't know why I got this, but I asked the guy. I said, you know, do you mind if I have this? And he's like, sure. For some reason, it looks like it goes to the Dreamcast. For some reason, this piece of cardboard insert looks like it goes to a video game, and I'm like, this is kind of Dreamcast-ish. But I was like, you know what? Let me just ask him for it. It was sitting on one of these shelves at the bottom. I knew he was going out throwing it away anyway, so I asked for it. He let me have it. So I'll just keep it for now because I'm pretty sure it may come in handy. And here's the receipt. I paid too much for these. Don't know why I did it. But I was so tired, and by the time I got to the register, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot this Goodwill. They charge $5 per game. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. All games are $5, and I forgot. But I was too tired to put it down. The guy let me have that thing, and I was like, you know what? It's okay. So I got these two games here. One, we have both of them are PS2. One is Pirates of the Caribbean, but the reason why I got this one, I know, is because it has the memory card in there. The memory card alone is worth over $5, so that was a no-brainer. I never spoke about it before, but I am a huge Splinter Cell fan. I love espionage stuff, and I don't think I have a Splinter Cell for the PS2. So I think that was the main reason why I just decided to say, you know what, the hell with it. $10 for these two games, because a used PlayStation 2 memory card is about $15 on an average. So I figured, you know what, I basically got these two games for free, and I paid $5 for the memory card. That's how I'm looking at it. You know, and they're both in pretty good condition, considering that they come from a place where God knows how long they've been sitting there, or who knows when somebody donated. Only thing I don't like about Salvation Army and Goodwill, I said it before, I'll say it again, is because they don't get big truckloads of stuff like Red, White, Blue, and Unique. So they don't have a huge processing area where they have workers dedicated to just getting paid by processing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever somebody donates or whatever they get a chance to have stuff that's processed in their donation area. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. This guy I brought from the Union. This is the only thing I think I brought from the Union Unique. And this is a Frogger. Take the sticker off. And I used to always buy these too when they were like $1.99, $2.99. But it's ironic because sometimes, you know, like sometimes you go into some of these uniques and they be want like $7.99, $10 for these. So I'm shockingly surprised that somebody actually had $3.99 on this, because these been going up in price everywhere. Everywhere I go, you know, you go to some thrift shops. I mean, not some thrift shops, some flea markets, and they be want like $10 for those. And somebody buying them because they don't flinch on them. You know what I mean? And you do got a lot of people that like that old stuff, and they don't have the video games, and they just want to hook it up to, you know, they got the AV cable connectors to their TV. They will hook it up and just play it just like that, and they got the game. So some people like that kind of shit. So I think that's the reason why they do that. Did I show you guys? Yeah, I did show you guys that. Okay, then last but not least, my first time going to the South Plainfield Goodwill. They are expensive. Like when they come to their clothes, like their apparel, like their sneakers and stuff. Their sneakers are their sneakers are basically Watch Hong, Union, and Elizabeth. Well, let's put it this way: unique prices on their stuff, on their sneakers. They know, and they got a lot of black workers in there, so that would explain why these people are charging an arm and a leg for their sneakers compared to the which is funny because their video gaming stuff is a lot more reasonable and sensibly cheaper in South Plainfield than the Goodwill and Union. But at the same time, the Union one, when they do have sneakers, their sneakers are a lot cheaper than what South Plainfield charging. But then the video games is reversed on both of them, so you can't win both. You know, it is what it is, right? So anyway, show you guys these the Michael Jackson Experience for the Wii. I don't know why I paid $4 for it. This is a game I could have easily found in a while for $1, maybe even less. This year coming up, live to see. I'm definitely gonna be hitting garage sales a lot, yard and garage sales a lot more than going to the market. Especially when people have video games and comics. I want to start getting big into buying comic lots too. So anyway, you got the Wii's Michael Jackson Experience. This was $4, and then the Xbox, the original Xbox, Project Gotham Racing. Project Gotham Racing is a cool games. I love racing games. Period. My favorite racing game is Rad Racer. Nah, Rad Racer. Ridge Racer. Rad Racer. So yeah, but I love the Need for Speed franchise. Test Drive, not really a big fan, but for the sport of loving cars and loving car racing games, I would get it. I think I have one for one system. So I basically paid $8 for these. But the funny thing is, I was like, damn, in my mind that's a little expensive. But they had this. They had two Xbox, the original Xboxes. I got this for nostalgic reasons. Unfortunately, the handle is broken on this. You know, the handle is broken. And their price, their price this week, Goodwill used to do 50% off, but they stopped. I think now everything is 40. They knocked 10% off, so instead of giving you 50% off for stuff, it's just 40 now. And they do every week. They do tickets like green. Today, this week's ticket is green, blue, etc., etc. I don't think I've ever seen blue, or was it purple? Whatever. Anyway, you guys get the picture. They just changed it from green because it was green for a little over a week, and they still had some red stickers on here. Now the lady at the register was cool. I never asked her, and she was saying, "Well, these games are $5," and I was like, "Well, okay." And she's like, "You know what? Don't worry about it. Since this one is $3.99 and this one don't have a price on it, I'm gonna give you the other one for $3.99." That was the Project Gotham Racing I was talking about. So I said, "All right, that's cool." So I'm like, "All right." So I'm paying all right, cool. I'm paying under 40. I'm paying about $40 for an original Xbox, and it's funny because the original Xbox was actually in the 360 case, and I'm not gonna act like I know because I just realized that by looking at the camera now. I wasn't thinking when I was in the store, but it didn't matter at that point anyway. So this, saying, it's in here, and it is complete, and it is complete with accessories and stuff, and 2 games as well. So even for $30 for an original Xbox is pretty cheap, considering that I was in Watchung today, and they just had the Xbox sitting there for 3 weeks. No wires, no nothing, and they had $39.99 on it. $39.99 on an original Xbox. No wires, no joystick, not even a fucking memory card in it. Just the console itself. And they had $39.99. See, there's a reason why a lot of thrift shops be posting up no recording. A lot of them don't want to record because, they figure they don't want people who donate their stuff to see how greedy and malicious they are when it comes to their pricing. That's what I personally think. So, let me show you. I didn't even ask the price of the original Xbox. The other Xbox that was sitting there. They had 2 of them. When I saw, because I said, "What's in that bag?" And when I saw that it was heavy to pick up, I said, "I think there's a 360 in there or something like that." I'm saying in my mind. As soon as she handed it to me, I'm like, "Yep, I'm buying this." So, okay. So yeah, you have, as you see, the original Xbox in there, and you have 2 games, and they're both Xbox games. So in here you have the Platinum Hits original Xbox, Star Wars, Starfighter Special Edition, and you have Xbox Sega GT 2002. Let me look at them, because now I think about it. And you have, wait a minute. And you have Jet Set Radio. I think this is the one that came with the system. I think this is the one that came with the system. Ooh, new. That's not even a Macklin. That's new, like right out the plastic. And again, if you take your time and you look around for stuff, you don't have to pay retail. Ooh, well, okay, this one does have some scratches on it, but I know it'll still play. So yeah, just take your time. And I got back into video game collecting because now I know all the proper channels and the right people to speak to, and get shit from for cheap. So that's the reason why I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna go the crazy route. I'm gonna take my time, and that's exactly what I did. So here you have the new replacement adapter that they gave you for the Xbox, the original Xbox, because like the regular wire one they had, after a while it shorts out and messes up the original Xbox. So what Microsoft did, since they had so many issues with the power supply, they came out with this. So this will help save and keep your system from shorting out your wall or power supply as well. Like like your wall, what I'm saying, your wall extension cord or whatever. So this game was definitely well loved. And the Xbox is actually in really, really good condition, man. Really, really good condition. Xbox here. I keep forgetting how heavy. You notice how all Xboxes are heavy, big, bulky, and heavy. But yeah, this is definitely for the 360. And you can see I'm looking for games. So this is where you put the games. Put games in here. Have some kind of Velcro thingamajig. I'm just looking to make sure there's nothing in here. No other surprises. And then you open this bad boy up. And she sort of it had the red stickers with the green ones right over it. So I guess she felt, you know what, fuck that. I'm gonna give it to you for the regular green price. And I think the green price. Wait, not the green price, the red price. What was the red price? The red sticker. Because I wound up paying $17.99 for the system. I think it was $19.99 or something like that, and they changed the price, and it was 40% off of that. So again, the system wound up being $17.99 or 17 something, and with the two games being at $8, the system wound up costing me under $30. Even better, and I didn't even ask her. So I was like, "Thank you so much," and she's like, "No problem." So here we have two Xbox controllers. I think one is the big one and one is the small one, or they're both pretty much the same. Yeah, these are the smaller ones, the regular size ones. So there's two of those. What else is in here? Oh, ooh, thank God I saved that. That could have been a disaster. I forgot I had it open. And here some Turtle Beach something. I'm guessing this will go to a headset, which they probably took that out and sold that individually. I guess obviously whoever donated this, they just took it right to the store and they donated it. And I heard that location do get a lot of good stuff, but it's not the ride that's like, I'm like, it's the freaking price. Their prices are high there. And I heard that they don't like getting games. From what I heard from the other store, because some stores, they don't like games for some reason. They don't want to deal with them. And I heard that store prefer to deal with fashion stuff. So it makes sense, It is what it is. Video game is not for everybody. And I guess video games don't really sell there, but I saw one guy that I don't remember where I seen him. I don't remember I seen him in. I don't remember if he's a seller or if I seen him in Columbus or whatever. I think he did mention red, white, and blue, but I wasn't really paying attention. I'm gonna do a garage sale this Saturday. I'm not going to the flea market. I'm supposed to be at Comic-Con and stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna go because instead of me wasting money, and it's like short minute, somebody got a dealer pass for me, but I'm just gonna tell him to sell it to somebody else. He should be able to find somebody who'll take it off his hands anyway. But it's kind of last minute-ish. And I got a big Lego deal I'm supposed to be working out with somebody. And for their sake, they better not screw me over. I'm gonna be pretty pissed the fuck off if they do. Before it turns to an hour, which is in another couple of minutes, I just wanna plug this up and see if it works and see if there's another game inside. Okay. No game is inside. This is basically what the system does when it doesn't have no controllers hooked up to it and stuff, and no AV, and it's not hooked up to the TV. It does that yellowish, what you call it. So, just in case somebody's like, oh, you got the yellow or red ring of death. So, and that's just basically an extra. So, all right. I think I'm just gonna pay for the ticket anyway, just because he was holding it for me and I gave him my word. I think it's just the right thing. It's just the right thing to do. I can always do a garage sale next week or whatever. Maybe I'll just probably go look around and just have some fun, and then be back on the train or whatever before Isaiah got to get out of school. Okay. It had enough juice to turn on. Yeah, see what I'm saying? There's always one of them. So this one does have lines. If you look right at the top screen, you can see all the lines there. So, yeah, you got 1 out of 4. It does come on, but there are line issues. And all the ones that I actually kept for myself are perfect. They have no issues at all. This is why I test all the handhelds, so this way I can weed out the weak from the good. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is long and this time out my day or evening, so I hope you guys greatly appreciate it. Again, to Spooch the Gooch, Reen Bean, Metal Jesus Rocks, and Chase After the Right Price. I appreciate you guys doing your videos. You guys got me more enthusiastically into collecting, so thank you so much. You guys basically give me the faith to continue doing videos on YouTube and being able to give props to people on YouTube, because it's just a lot of nonsense that went on other communities I was in, and you know, I like sitting here eating cereal or just sitting here, you know, eating some snacks and just chilling and watching y'all videos. You know, it's fun to see. For me, it's fun to see people get great scores. I'm not a selfish individual, and I love it because every time I see that, you know, you get knowledgeable. Like, for instance, I had some calculators that I picked up today, but you know, it's already going on an hour. I'm not gonna really bring them up. 1 out of 5 of them may not work because the LCD look a little messed up on it, but doesn't matter. The other 4 does, so it makes up. I don't know how expensive they are or not. But you know, when I buy storage units, I used to get so many of these Texas Instrument types of calculators, and I always wondered why these people willing to give me $5 or $8 for these calculators. Now I know, thanks to guys like Chase After the Right Price. You know, he basically put me on to. I mean, I don't know any of these individuals. I'm just giving them props because I like their videos and I sub to them all. You know, because of him, now I know that, you know, I know what to look for. And, you know, I've always tried to be like that, too, up here on YouTube. It just went the other way because I come across as this angry brother. You know what I mean? I'm just a straight shooter. That's the reason why people think I'm angry, because I'm an aggressive person, and, you know, I can't help that, and I wouldn't try to. But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay up and stay collecting, and collect what you can, collect what you want. Just make sure you don't break your wallet when you're doing it, and take your time. Accumulation comes. Peace.